Imagine trying to find a red dot on the globe with no map, no sense of direction. This is the reality for millions of diabetic patients currently.
Over 463 million individuals are diagnosed with diabetes. The problem emerges when nearly 1 in 5 diabetic patients in developed nations to nearly 1 in 2 in developing nations lack proper diagnosis and tracking devices.
To better understand the problem, let's identify the pain points of the current industry. With conventional at-home blood tests, patients have to repeatedly purchase test strips, which is not only inconvenient but also inexpensive and unsustainable. Additionally, blood drawn with these kits could lead to inaccurate results when the user hasn't received proper education and guidance, which is also inaccessible in developing nations. Furthermore, maintaining glucometers involves cleansing, which hampers productivity. Lastly, disposing of a glucometer is terrible for the environment, accounting for nearly 70% of the environmental damage done by diabetic devices.
With all these presents and these problems, we present our solution, PYE. Here at PYE, we utilize eye reactivity as a potential biomarker for diabetes. Diabetes specifically reduces your retinopathy reflex, which makes it slower and eventually less and more minimalistic. Eventually, diabetic patients only have a 1.29 millimeter amplitude compared to the standard 1.73 millimeter amplitude that is expected. Also, furthermore, diabetic patients have a 0.5 second millimeter by second reflex slower than just regular patients, meaning that not only are they slower, but they also act in a less minimalistic way. And that is exactly what we want to stop. Here at PYE, we utilize our app design. This will scan the eye in around 30 seconds. After scanning the eye in 30 seconds, it will eventually view your reports within a 1-minute time span. These reports will consist of the amplitude, the severity of the velocity, and of constriction and dilation, and just how it compares to your past reports. It will provide you just more context about how you're going. You can then present this context to our medical community or just your medical community in general to talk more about what's happening. Here, eventually, in order to actually process all of this, we're going to be using a genetic algorithm. By the genetic algorithm is going to actually identify the eye and the pupil diameter. The way it works is by remodeling natural selection. Natural selection is the process where the fittest traits survive. This is exactly what's going to be happening. We're going to randomly select random parameters, and then those that actually accurately target the target points will eventually keep on reproducing, mutating, and crossing over until it finally gets to the optimum amount. This has a 96% accuracy, and it takes around 26 milliseconds per image frame. Here's just a model for how it would work. And here we could just see it detecting the eye and the pupil, and specifically the center, which will help identify the diameter.
Compared to the other alternatives, PYE increases accessibility while having a more scalable, faster, and sustainable solution.
PYE eliminates expenses at only $8.99 per month, replacing traditional tests that cost $23 to $67. It reduces inconvenience, requiring only a quick eye scan compared to standard tests that need 4+ blood draws. It raises accessibility through a simple smartphone and creates efficiency by taking only a minute, unlike traditional tests that can take 1 to 2 days.
Main consumers are diabetic patients. Secondary consumers are those in hospitals seeking to digital diabetic biomarkers. And our tertiary consumers are individuals utilizing at-home tests and denying automated tests. And our quaternary consumers are fitness centers and schools seeking to monitor retinopathy health and blood pressure levels.
You will have 3 revenue streams. Firstly, a premium pass, which has 2 different plans, a basic $8.99 plan and our $19.99 plan with added consultation. We will also license PYE to hospitals for usage with a 15% royalty fee. And finally, we will partner with multiple research institutions and medical pharmacies from which we will gain donations.
To develop the app, get patents, and test the app, we'll need around $52,000. Recurring costs per user include memory, maintenance, and medical consultation costs, which lead to a $7.90 profit for the $8.99 plan and a $10.57 profit for the $19.99 plan. Keeping that in mind, we expect to break even when we have 3,500 people that have taken a month with the $8.99 plan and 2,300 people that have taken the $19.99 plan.
Let's talk about our roadmap. In 2023, we will construct the app and soft launch by the end of the year. In 2024, we will partner with medical institutions, researchers, and pharmacies to validate our solutions, and nonprofits for exposure and feedback. By the end of 2024, we will officially launch our product.
When there's been a 65% increase in young people with diabetes, and yet 1 in 5 don't know the progression of diabetes, it's clear that we need more efficiency. In a world where 5.2 billion people have access to a smartphone, PYE will enable anyone to take action sooner.
Make detecting and tracking diabetes a piece of PYE. Thank you.